I've received a lot of requests lately for an updated rock van video. A lot of you guys are passionate rock van lovers, or maybe people that have just been wanting to actually see the end of this build series. So today we're going to do that. So rock van people, rejoice. Today you will get your final update video on my little sweet tooth rock van. And if you haven't been following this, don't worry. We're going to go ahead. We'll dive in. I'll get everybody caught up as to what's going on with the rock van. Then we'll take it out for a rip. Okay, so firstly, obviously the rock van body is modeled to look like Sweet Tooth. That's just the way I saw this going. I always kind of wanted to make a little Sweet Tooth body. The head is made out of a foam ball. I actually carved this and painted it myself, so he's kind of cool. Kind of proud of it. Don't really love his hairline, but whatever. These wheels and tires are new to the build. These are actually from Hobby Soul. You can find them on Amazon. I'll link them in the description. You can adjust the offset, so you can have a wide offset or you can have it narrow. One of the holdups on this is I needed a little bit more narrow for the rock van to look right. And a lot of wheels these days are starting to get a little bit more of that negative offset to be wider for, like, you know, performance crawling needs. Most of them look better wider, but not this one. All right, so popping the body open. Gosh, I love that hinge. You can see that we have the inner fender set here. This is from Hobby Plus. I would highly recommend this to just about anybody that has one of these rock vans because it fits really nice and it gives you some cool electronics, you know, mounting positions and stuff like that. Back here, this battery's about to fall out, but I put a strap so that I can run 2S and 3S batteries and whatever else I want in that tray. Up here, we have the Endura MB100 ESC. It works really well. This is the version 2. It gives the rock van some low-speed control, which is nice because this RC all-wheel drive motor and transmission here does not offer us a lot of low-speed control. This is the 370 sized motor, and we have a turbo racing receiver that I use with this radio right here for a lot of my minis. It might switch to my MT-12 one day, but for right now, it's just going to stay that. That kind of covers the top end, so let's flip it over and see what's going on underneath. All right, so on the front end over here, we have the Servo on axle kit from Hobby Plus. Really nice, puts the servo on top of the axle, puts a little more weight forward, gotta love it. RC all-wheel drive axles, front and rear. These are the complete axles, so everything including the gears is the RC all-wheel drive upgraded stuff. It's got the brass hubs, it's got the brass hexes, it's got all the cool fun brass stuff. If you come over to the rear here, you can see we also have an RC all-wheel drive rear axle. I bought these as a set. They were kind of expensive, but it's kind of nice to knock all those upgrades out at once. And you can barely see it back here, but that little red that you can see back there are the Hobby Plus oil-filled shocks that I put on here. Honestly, don't really love those. Would probably have gone with something else like Endura or something just a little bit more big bore. They do the job, but I just wish there was a little bit more dampening. Underneath, you can see that we have links. These are the Hobby Plus high clearance links. They have a nice little contrast cut to them. They're pretty cool. They are a little bit of a pain to mount, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff here working on the rock van is kind of hard to do. It takes a little bit of effort just to get everything right. Just the way everything mounts to the chassis and the way everything is set up design-wise, it's just a little bit hard to maintain. We also have RC all-wheel drive shafts on here. This one back here is the old version that actually looks really cool, but the design is not very good. It's kind of like a dog bone sliding in this shaft, and it just gives you a really bad weak point there, which is why we have this one here in the front, the newer version, which is a little bit more like a regular spline drive shaft, because I broke the old one. So that is sort of what put a stop to this build and any updates on it for quite a while. But overall, the build is kind of fun. The body's fitting. It's very bashery. It's kind of fast for a crawler, and by kind of fast, I mean it's like way too fast for a crawler, and it doesn't really have very good low-speed control, especially on 3S. But I think that's fun because, you know, not every build needs to be like this really great crawler, I guess. And it has its own personality. It's very unique in its way. And the Sweet Tooth bobblehead is really fun to play with and watch going down the trail. So we'll take it out, we'll run it 2S, we'll run it 3S, we'll do some jumps, we'll bash it, we'll have fun with it, and there you go. Alright, it's been a while since I've been out with the rock van, or even out in the woods, honestly, because it's been so cold lately. But here we are, and let me tell you guys something, this video did not want to get made. Oh my gosh, I broke something every single time I took it out. So I had to film this over 3 different days. The first day, I broke the rear drive shaft, which I should have saw coming. The second day, I sheared off a bolt that holds the link to the skid plate. And you guys will see what happened on the third day at the end of this video, actually. But yeah, it really wasn't looking like this video was going to get made. I was starting to feel like we were dead in the water here, but we pulled through, we got the video made, and yeah, here it is. The rock fan performed a lot better than I expected once we got everything figured out. It's actually holding it down pretty well with the 370 motor. Not incredible low speed control, but definitely good enough. The Hobby Soul wheels and tires are pretty good, especially the tires actually. They felt firm. I wasn't sure they were going to be all that great, but they seem to hook up on just about everything that I threw at them. So if you like the rock van, then you should give this video a like. And if you like this type of content, you should subscribe, because I'm making videos like this every week. It's always a good time around here. And yeah, I'll leave you guys with some music for the rest of the running footage, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.